The drama surrounding Kevin Stefanski and the Cleveland Browns reached a boiling point after a game that should have been an easy win turned into a storm of controversy. The Browns crushed the Miami Dolphins, led by an unstoppable Quinnshon Judkins who ran wild for 3 touchdowns and single-handedly carried the offense. The scoreboard told a story of dominance, but beneath the surface, another narrative was unfolding. One that involved missed opportunities, questionable leadership, and a quarterback situation spiraling into chaos. With the Browns up big and the game well in hand, many expected Stefanski to give rookie Shador Sanders a chance to step onto the field. The fans were chanting his name from the stands, urging the coach to give the young quarterback a shot. It was the perfect setup. A low-pressure environment, a commanding lead, and a golden opportunity for Sanders to gain valuable NFL experience. Yet Stefanski refused to budge. He kept Sanders on the bench, glued to the sideline, almost as if he didn't exist. To make matters worse, as time ticked away in the fourth quarter, Dillon Gabriel, the team's backup, was out there struggling under pressure, taking sacks and failing to deliver anything spectacular. Stefanski, however, didn't seem to mind. Cameras caught him smiling and laughing on the sideline, almost proud as if this was his moment. Browns insiders couldn't help but notice how invested Stefanski appeared in Gabriel's performance, treating him like the chosen one while Sanders was left to watch the game from a distance. It was a scene that rubbed fans the wrong way. A coach so publicly favoring one quarterback while ignoring another who had been hyped as the future of the franchise. According to team insiders like Ken Carman, Stefanski had a clear window to let Sanders take the field. With 9 minutes left and a 25-point lead, the game was out of reach for Miami. There was nothing to lose and everything to gain by letting Sanders take a few snaps. 5 minutes in the huddle. That's all it would have taken to give the rookie a taste of the NFL rhythm. Yet Stefanski didn't flinch. He stuck with Dillon Gabriel until the final whistle as if trying to make a statement, though no one could quite tell what that statement was supposed to be. Critics across the league immediately pounced on the decision. They accused Stefanski of making a mockery of the Browns organization, turning the quarterback situation into what one analyst called a Jerry Springer episode. The optics were terrible. A coach laughing on the sidelines while fans chanted another player's name. It didn't help that Bailey Zapp, another quarterback option, had been getting most of the practice snaps during the week. It all painted a picture of confusion, inconsistency, and questionable management. The more people watched, the clearer it became that Stefanski wasn't just managing a team, he was managing egos, reputations, and possibly even internal politics. Some speculated that his loyalty to Dillon Gabriel stemmed from personal investment. After all, Gabriel was his draft pick, a quarterback Stefanski personally vouched for. Giving Sanders a chance could have threatened that dynamic. If Sanders came in and performed well, it might have raised uncomfortable questions about why he wasn't starting sooner, or whether Stefanski had misjudged his roster from the start. But not everyone believed it was personal. Skip Bayless, never one to shy away from controversy, suggested Stefanski's hesitation might actually be strategic. Putting Shador Sanders on the field even for a few plays would have instantly turned the Browns into a media circus. Sanders is no ordinary backup. He's Deion Sanders' son, a player whose every move would dominate headlines, debate shows, and social media feeds. Bayless argued that Stefanski might be trying to shield the team from that chaos, knowing that the moment Shador took a snap, the national spotlight would shift to him, whether the team was ready for it or not. Still, that explanation didn't sit right with everyone. The Browns fan base is passionate, and after years of heartbreak they want someone to believe in. For weeks, they'd been told that Shador Sanders was developing fast, that he was the future, that he just needed his moment. Yet when the perfect chance came, Stefanski kept him buried on the depth chart. The chants grew louder, echoing through the stadium, a mix of frustration and disbelief. Meanwhile, Dillon Gabriel's performance only made things worse. He wasn't terrible, but he wasn't good either, just serviceable enough to not lose the game. He threw the ball only 18 times while Judkins ran it 25. The fans weren't blind. They could see the offense was running through the backfield, not the quarterback. Every incomplete pass, every missed read, only amplified the crowd's anger. And through it all, Shador Sanders stood on the sideline, helmet on, waiting for a call that never came. As the final seconds ticked down, the Browns still walked away with a win, but it didn't feel like one. The post-game buzz wasn't about the score. It was about Stefanski's decision. Analysts accused him of sending the wrong message to his locker room, prioritizing personal pride or fear of media backlash over the growth of a young prospect. Fans on social media blasted him for failing to capitalize on a no-risk situation, calling it a waste of development time and a missed opportunity for the future. The whole ordeal left the Browns organization under a harsh spotlight. Was Stefanski truly protecting Sanders, or was he protecting himself? Was he afraid that letting the rookie play might expose something? Maybe even reveal that Sanders was already ready to lead? Or was this simply another chapter in the long history of Browns quarterback dysfunction, a revolving door of what-ifs and bad timing? Whatever the reason, the situation has now ignited a full-blown debate about the direction of the franchise. Some are calling for Stefanski to show more trust in his young players. Others think he's playing the long game, waiting for the right moment to unleash Sanders when the stakes are higher. But many believe that moment should have been now. In a game that was already won with the clock winding down, what was there to lose? Shador Sanders might not have said every camera cut to him told its own story. A player trying to stay composed, yet clearly aware that the world was watching. The fans chanting his name weren't just asking for a substitution. They were demanding change. They were demanding a future that felt exciting, fresh, and worth believing in. The Browns may have secured a victory on the scoreboard, but in the hearts of their fans, the night ended with more questions than answers. Kevin Stefanski may have kept control of his narrative for now, but the whispers are growing louder. How long can he keep Sanders on the sidelines before the pressure, from fans, the media, and even his own locker room, becomes too great to ignore? So what do you think? Was Kevin Stefanski right to protect his team from the spotlight and stick with Dillon Gabriel? Or did he rob Shador Sanders of a valuable chance to grow when the moment was perfect? Do you believe this was about strategy, pride, or fear of the media storm that would come with Sanders taking the field? Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you're passionate about the Browns' future, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join the conversation. Because this story is far from over, and the next chapter in the Browns' quarterback saga might just change everything.